Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studio Series number 82 Autobot Ratchet from the Bumblebee movie. You can see him right there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and move him off to the side real quick, and we're going to take a look at that box. And yeah, you can see is a bit of CG of Bumblebee's Ratchet right there. He's got Studio Series and Transformers and Generations and Bumblebee and Takar Tomy on the top. You got the movie logo again. On the side, you have Deluxe Class and Studio Series and CG again, and more CG with the Autobot symbol right there, and copyrights and all that stuff on the bottom. And here in the back you got product shots and big screen inspired, all that stuff. And as the Decepticons launch their final assault, Ratchet and the Autobots find themselves outnumbered and flee the Cybertron and escape pods, and yeah, all that stuff. Box. And of course comes with instructions, which are mostly straightforward. There's a couple spots where I kind of got a little not 100% certain, but it's fine. You can figure it out pretty easily. Yeah. Bumblebee movie Ratchet. You can see him there. Yeah, he is a very stout looking robot. He is he's kind of wide and bulky and kind of short looking. Yeah, what he lacks in height, he makes up for in just general presence, I guess. Yeah, you can see he's mostly white and red, like Ratchet should be. Bits of gray here, a bit of red there, some red striping down his ankles, blue translucent windshield with a little Autobot symbol there. Got the red crest and blue eyes and silver face. See that? Some red striping on the shoulders as well. Yeah. See that, all that stuff? He's got his wheels down here on the shins and stuff. Back, legs are a little hollow back there, but largely not too bad, all things considered. Some detailing back here on the back, I guess. Yeah. Not too shabby, I think. He's got a bit of that. His shape, I think, is kind of that weird thing of like, you kind of have to be okay with this. He's going to be a little weird looking because, yeah, he's got kind of got an odd shape, and he's definitely just kind of thickly made, so to speak. He also comes with a gun, which is pretty much the same gun most of these deluxes are coming with because they all had the same gun in the movie, essentially. Yeah, you can hold that fairly okay, but like it's kind of loose. Not too bad, but it is kind of loose, particularly if you push it all the way in, then it gets really loose. It's one of those weird things where the peg has certain spots where it's tighter than the others, so fun. Yeah. Pretty decent little figure overall. All that stuff. If you want, you can also take the gun here, and there's this tab thing on the side. You can store it on the back with this slot. Like that, if you want. Just have it chilling out on his back, which doesn't look too bad. That's the thing. Articulation. Whoop. Come on. Articulation. His head is on the ball joint, so you got left and right. You got a little bit up and down. You got a lot of wiggle. A lot of that. You got a full 360 on the shoulders, although they kind of get a little caught on this hinge. They got outward right there. You do have a bicep swivel. Elbow bend of about 90 degrees. No wrist swivel. It does have a waist swivel. Unhindered. Hips can go forward about that far, back that far, and outward pretty far, all the way, pretty much. He's got a thigh swivel. Knees are, you actually get about 90 degrees until the sculpting actually stops it. Yeah, unfortunately, even though it's hollow, you'd think maybe you can get a full curl. Nope. Sculpting stops them from going any further, unfortunately. His feet. You got a little bit of back thanks to the transformation, although it kind of exposed this little gray piece. Kind of a little bit of forward, not really a whole lot, and some degree of ankle tilt. Not a whole lot of ankle tilt, and I guess there's 5mm ports on the bottom here too. Not a whole lot of tilt, but a decent amount. Decent enough for a lot of poses, but nothing particularly special. Real quick comparisons. Here he is with the Bumblebee movie Brawl. Or Brawn. Excuse me. Yeah. You see Brawn is quite short for a deluxe, but, that's the thing. A bit taller. Yeah. Of course, here he is with Bumblebee movie Optimus, just for sake of comparison. And of course, one other thing, because he's a Studio Series, it comes with the cardboard backdrop, which is Pretty similar to, I think a lot of the Bumblebee movies have pretty much the same backdrop. Bumblebee movie guys have pretty much the same backdrop of Cybertron, but yeah, you just, pop them on there. There you go. Got that whole thing, got the bit of Cybertron back there and warfare, and there's Bumblebee, B-127, and all that stuff. So you got that. There you go. The transformation is actually kind of interesting. It's actually got a fairly interesting, clever transformation. So first things first is you want to take the fists here and rotate those into the forearms like that. Just get them out of the way. You want to come back here and open up these panels like that. You want to lift this up over the head, and this also untab the front from that. Bring that forward, and also bring this all up like that. This all will roll around like that. Go ahead and take this piece and rotate that around, and just bring the arms down. Just kind of leave it like that for now. Now down here at the waist, what you want to go ahead and do is rotate at the thighs 180. Go ahead and bring the foot in like that. So the outer wheels, what you want to do is rotate those down like this. There's kind of a soft click point where you'll feel them hit, and then same with the side, rotate that down. Like so. And then rotate these in like that. Rotate this around like that. Bring these up. Then go ahead and bring these around like that. Like so. Look like that. And then you go ahead and bring this down. This will kind of clip in. There's a couple divots right here in the shins, which will the windshield kind of tab into. You go ahead and bring this back and tab that in and make sure it's all solid. It's probably going to come loose a couple times before it's all locked in, because once it's, it doesn't really fully lock in until everything's in place. But you want it looking like that. That's more or less the front. Then over here, what you want to do is straighten these parts out right here. Make sure those straighten out, and then bring these forward on these hinges like so. And these tabs, there's tabs right here which will go into little slots right in there on the leg pieces. Make sure it's the right one. If it's not the right one, it's not going to line up properly. But you want it to go in those slots like that. And then you go ahead and, yeah, it's the lower slot. So make sure that, bring that in, slot it in like that. You go ahead and bring these panels forward. Make sure it's all the way in too. Bring these panels forward, and these will tab in. So I said, there we go. Those will tab in. Tab in like that. Like that. Then you take the arms here, and there's little tabs on the arms, which go into little slots right here. If I could just get the line up. There we go. There you go. Once you got all that, it's all locked in place, and there you go. That is Ratchet's. There's Ratchet's vehicle mode. It's a squat little, I guess box. I guess it's kind of van-esque, very alien van-esque. You can see a lot of the stuff, and again, this is one of those things where it's like the Bumblebee. For the Bumblebee movie, they had to kind of make up alt modes that didn't exist from the movie, so they did a pretty decent job, all things considered. And again, once it's all together, it actually all locks in pretty solidly. And you got little, red stripes here. You got these red stripes, and again, the blue and the red here. You got some gray. Wheels are painted. They're clip-on, but they do have paint on them, so they're gray and white. It does roll. Kind of weird on mine because I think one of the wheels has more friction than the others, but he does roll. Got some detailing picked out here, but no paint. Yeah, it's just a nice little squat vehicle mode. It's kind of cute in an ugly way, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's decent. And of course, there's a peg here. You can take the gun and peg it up here if you want an ambulance with firepower. There's that whole thing. They got that. Yeah, pretty decent that. And of course, here he is compared with bronze vehicle mode. Just about the same size lengthwise. You can see about the same size lengthwise, a bit thicker overall. It's just amazing actually how much Ratchet compacts down. So yeah, it's interesting. We already got confirmation we're getting Ironhide out of this as well. It's pretty much going to be the exact same thing with a different head and different colors. But yeah, so yeah, that's one thing with Ratchet. So overall, Ratchet is okay. Again, I would say he looks kind of all right in both modes. This one's kind of mileage, your mileage may vary type of thing. But, you know, most modes are all right. I think his transformation is actually the star of the show. It's pretty clever. I was not expecting just how it worked exactly. It's actually a lot more clever than I thought. But his robot mode is kind of weirdly squat, but he's very squat and bulky in a way. But like his robot mode's alt mode's very compact. But yeah, it's just a really good transformation. He's overall pretty decent for deluxe. I think he's still going for the older price if you find him. For like $22, $23. But yeah, he's all right. He's not my favorite from the wave, though, I'll say that much. But he's pretty all right in his own, for, you know, if you're a big Ratchet fan, you might find him more impressive. But yeah, he's pretty all right. Not really, doesn't wow a whole lot, but he's, I think, worth the checking out at the very least. So I think that's it for this one. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my coffee and my Patreon. I'll see you next time with another video review.